Game of Thrones season finale. I watched it. You've seen the video that I made yesterday about what I think, what I was hoping for. Was I let down personally? No. I think I think they had a really big task. They had a huge task. Obviously, everything was written before. I don't know if they expected that reaction from the audience halfway through the season. Definitely, the acting was just 1,000%. The actual movie, whoever the filmer who actually filmed it, the theatrics and cinematic production was just amazing. I don't think it really gets any better than that. All the actors were great. The writing, I guess the writing was a little bit poor. What I believe was that they had so much they had to fit into one final season. Like, they really could have pushed that out 2 more seasons, you know. It feels like they're really constrained in this tight little 6 episodes. I don't know why it was so short, the last season there. For what it was, they did a great job. I don't know if the writers have any control over 6 episodes, you know? Were they told, you have 6 episodes, finish it? Or were they told, or did they have the autonomy to, you know, I don't think that they had any, I hope they didn't have any control over the timeline, because it just doesn't seem like logical at all that they would cram so much into 6 episodes. So if they had to do what they did they only had that timeline to work with, they did a fantastic job. If they were the ones who decided to do all of that in 6 episodes, they still did a pretty good job. Obviously, there's room for improvement. But as a whole, I don't have any complaints. I don't have any complaints. The queen dying at the end there, she got a little bit mad. It could have went either way. I would have liked to see her as a good queen, you know, with ruling properly, I guess. I'm not a king or queen, but at the end there, she started getting a little destructive, and then they had it edging toward she wanted to take over the world, liberate the world. So her character took that turn, and so that was a fitting ending. I think justice was served. Man, I got so mad whenever she went on this rant about liberating the world and they're going to do it together, and then Jon Snow was like, I love you, my queen. I was like, what kind of crap is this? And then he stabbed her. There's going to be spoilers here. Then he stabbed her, and I was like, alright, that was proper. It was a little good as well. Should have he ended up in Night's Watch? I don't think so. But I mean, I think it was. I mean, you can't just do that, and so he maybe is the rightful heir. There is the Unsullied that were mad about it, but in a proper tone and theme for the rest of, you know, what's going on in Westeros, it was the proper, honorable thing to do to have him go to the Night's Watch. You know, if the Starks just took over and took their brother out, and, you know, there wasn't any type of give and take justice-wise, then they should have just left Daenerys there. You know, if they're going to take Daenerys out for the overall theme of justice and doing things properly, I mean, it's a pretty fine line, but yeah, how it turned out, Bran King. Oh man, you know, I didn't like seeing Sir, was it Bronn, right? Was Lannister or Tyrion's? I didn't like seeing him there, but you know, it is what it is. People wiggle their way in. Is what it is, you know. Lannister always pays their debts. Paid that one. Nothing crazy though that I'd complain about there. Yeah, I think that's the. Other than that, everybody, each character went in their respective roles that are going to be played out for their futures, which was fine. The actual ending there was Daenerys dying, getting killed. Don't have an issue with that. I think they built up for it kind of quickly there in the last season they just had. Kind of built up a little quickly, and then they wrapped it up. Same with the Night King, and that was pretty brief. It is what it is, though. It got wrapped up. They could have put it on for a season. They could have had a whole season for that battle at Winterfell. They could have had a whole nother season for Jon building up to kill Daenerys. I'm assuming they didn't have the time they wanted. They didn't want to have 2 more seasons. They wanted to have 1 season. They fit it in properly. I don't have any, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say withholdings, but I don't think that's the word. I don't have anything that I have a problem with. I'm glad it's over. It ended fittingly. So, do I think they should remake it? No. Will I get the book when it comes out and check that ending out as well? Yes. TV show was great though. Could it have been different? Yes. Could have been different. But it is what it is. That's life. I'm not gonna sit here and tell these people to make a new show. It is what it is. Even if I didn't like it, it still is what it is. So that's my thoughts on it. There's supposed to be some kind of prequel thing. I'm not very excited for it at all. I'll maybe give it a watch when it debuts, but it's not something I'm super interested in, really care about. That was like, what, 2 or 3 seasons ago where they spoke about those people. Maybe if they would have had brought it up in this last season or 2, could have piqued people's interest a little more for it, but I don't necessarily even remember too much on the importance of them. For me, they weren't really that important. They were a side plot. something that really interests me. But that's all. That's my thoughts. You guys can leave your comments. Agree, disagree. It's over. Things in. Alright. I did get a subscriber. I got a subscriber. I'm not sure who subscribed, but thank you for subscribing. Maybe leave a like, comment, share. But we'll see. Thank you, and I will. Ooh, I'm working on an intro for my YouTube channel. I don't know if it's gonna be. I'm working on the intro. I could get a very simple text animated After Effects one. I was hoping for like a 3D animated kind of thing, but that is very involved. Kind of expensive. So I'm gonna have to really see what will fit budgetly and go from there. So, alright guys, that's it for Game of Thrones. We'll see what's going on. We're heading down to Schenectady, New York. We'll be traveling through Ohio on 80, 90, through Pennsylvania, right up to upstate New York, Albany. Man, we've been killing it in the past few days. 800 miles, 800 miles, 900 miles. Then we did like 500 or 600 miles, and then we got maybe another 700, 800, 900 miles today. Killing it. Alright, until next time.